You ready to cash today, Skee? Got to get the vibes going, man. Got to get the vibes going. Got to get the good look vibes going, man. It's NBA Talk with Jay. It's winning Wednesday. See what I'm saying, man? Nice little 10-2 start to the week. Let's keep this shit going, man. The books owe me money, Skee, and I've been getting it back slowly but surely. And let's go. It's Wednesday. We got some plays on the card that we're loving. How you doing, my brother? Everything cool with you?
Yeah, I'm doing well. You keep me on my toes with the intro. I think it's gonna be the your brother. Then it's back to the NBA. So I gotta be ready. I forgot what instruments I'm even supposed to play, but NBA, it's been good, man. Last little bit more than a week or so, we've been heading in the right direction. I think something like 64% on around 40 plays. So try to keep that going here today with you. I do have a best bet, and I know I talked with you off air. One of my plays I really liked is postponed, but there's some more things to like on the board today.
It's a lot of shit to like on the board, man. Yeah, I had to go to the OG background. I had to go to the the OG song, all that, man. Gotta get back to NBA J. See what I'm saying? I kind of got beside myself there for a second, man. But shout out to my guy Ulysses in the chat becoming a YouTube member, man. If you guys would like to become a member on the chat, it's pinned on the chat, guys. So if you want to become a member of the show of the channel, it's only $3.99 a month, not $399, only $3.99, guys, with some exclusive night shows as well, my guys. So but regardless of that, it's all business here. Let's get straight to it here, man. We were going to the streets of Detroit, but no longer. That game has been postponed. I was going to fade there as they're still in Dallas. They're just trying to leave Dallas right now. So let's go head over to the streets of Memphis here, guys. We have the Grizzlies laying 5.5 points at the house versus the Portland Trailblazers in this one, Skee. I want to look towards Grizzlies early in this one. Now, I need Bane in there. Me personally, I need Bane, but this would be a fade of the Blazers after 6 straight home games. First game on the road, new sight lines, new arena, new gym, all that good stuff, right? So want to take Grizzlies early here, Skee, but I need Bane in there. What you think about this one?
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. For one, the Grizzlies haven't been playing the best basketball. A lot of it was them playing on that road trip, I think, and also just probably putting a target on their back. John Morant saying they're not worried about nobody on the West, and they're getting smacked up by everybody that they play now. So the thing, though, with this one, no Steven Adams. I think he's a big part of their success, whether it's the rebounding, the defense he brings, or he sets good screens that lead to baskets. Then, like you mentioned, Bane. He's their best, and they don't have that many three-point shooters, in my opinion. So I think they need him. And also, the Grizzlies play tomorrow. So those are the things that hold me back from taking Memphis here. Other than that, they got the rest advantage. They've been a better defensive and rebounding team, and that's really just because Portland has been pathetic. Portland is dead last in defensive rating and rebound percentage the last 5 games. So it's no way I can take Portland just reading off those stats and knowing the way that I like to bet. I would be leaning towards the Grizzlies to get back on track, but I just don't feel comfortable enough with my money on it.
Yeah, it's only looking Grizzlies here, Skee. I mean, they're going to take this game more serious versus the Blazers than they are versus the Cavs tomorrow. I actually think they might have a letdown tomorrow in going traveling up there to Cleveland as well. But regardless of that, like I say, first thing I got written down is they need Bane. I know he's been out for the past couple of days. Hopefully, past couple of games. Hopefully, they get him back here. But this the whole thing. They came off a terrible first quarter versus the Pacers in their last game, right? First game, they're coming off of a 5-game road trip. They were supposed to drop that one off, but they still end up getting it done full game. That was just a lackluster game. But like I say, they really missing Bane in that offense. Whether he's making the shots or not, they need him to stretch the floor. You see what I'm saying? So they have had 2 days of rest as well, man. So it's crazy because before, I feel like they kind of got a little beef with the Blazers, Skee. They did beat them earlier this year, 111-106, but before they had lost 4 out of the last 5 to the Blazers. So now that the Grizzlies are obviously the much better team, I feel like they could really step on the Blazers now. You know how it is. Once you've been owned for so long and now you have the better team. Now it's time for us to smack you up, man. So what I have written down is Grizzlies first quarter, first half. Personally, I'm waiting until Bane is in there. If Bane is in there, I do think that first half should definitely be a go, maybe even a little bit better than the first quarter as well. But first quarter, first half, only if Bane is in there, guys. But I must say, it's not one of the strongest plays on the board here, Skee. Let's go over here to the streets of Philadelphia here, guys. We have the 76ers land 9.5 points at the house versus the Orlando Magic in this one. We know that it's a revenge spot. We just hopped on the Magic in the last game. They got down 20 early, came all the way back and ended up winning that game. See, what do you think? Do you think it's a little revenge game, Jay, here for the Sixers?
Yeah, I should have also checked that specific situation, like where in the last game they had to come back, in these quick situations where they just played. But yeah, I like the revenge angle in this one. Really, what it says here is in the regular season, home favorites after losing as a favorite within 4 days. So, like we just talked about, they just played. They're 60% winners on about 140 plays. And I even checked just to make sure because, you don't just have to win this game. You got to win by a pretty good margin. So I looked at when the line is 9 or higher, and it was even better, 63.3%. They're winning by about 14.6 points per game. So Philly at the house has been pretty good all year. I think Orlando got their attention with that comeback win. And I think, they'll be focused for the entirety of this game tonight. So hopefully we don't get any Embiid out late, but I like Philly minus the 9.
Nah, that's facts right there. And guess what? I would like them early when the revenge spot and you're in the same gym as well. You want to take that team early, guys, especially when you were the favorite the game before. So even before the full game, I'm looking at first quarter, first half here for the Sixers in this one, guys. Bounce back and revenge spot. Obviously, Embiid is questionable here, but if I'm taking this game, I want Philly in the first quarter and the first half, just like they did last game as well. If they could come out and get up 20 when it was in theory a letdown spot, the whole city drunk, you see what I'm saying, including probably the players as well. If you can come out and get up 20 in that one, why can't you do it in this one? So Sixers first quarter, first half, I believe those are the right sides in this game. If Embiid is, I couldn't talk you off waiting until he's in. The spread shouldn't go up a whole lot more if Embiid is playing in this game. I hate the fact that they're listing him questionable every single game, but that's what we have to deal with today. Shout out to my guy Adam in the chat. Yes, if the betting wasn't so mainstream, they would go ahead and make the Wizards play the Pistons play that game, but because they know that the books is going to get smoked in now, and yeah, let's go ahead and postpone it. But I guarantee you, in old days, they would have went on ahead and played their games. See, I've seen a whole lot worse, man. Teams getting in 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, bro.
In the WNBA, they still do it. They don't care.
This shit still happen, but see, it's not a lot of people don't bet on it like this. Skee.
Exactly.
But me and you gonna get them bands. But me and you gonna get them bands in WNBA, man. I hope you join me for some shows, man. I'll be trying to do as many WNBA shows as possible. Me and Skee, we do this shit in WNBA and NBA, man. But yeah, Sixers first quarter, first half. What I'm looking at in that one, my guy Skee's looking at the Sixers full game in that one, guys. Let's head over here to the streets of Boston here. We got the Celtics here laying 9.5 points at the house versus the Brooklyn Nets. Yeah, I'm not sure about props. Folks could go off once again, my guy, but I'm not so sure after he just smacked him up last game. What do you think about this game, Skee? Going streets of Boston, Celtics up to 9.5. We know that Ben Simmons out. Robert Williams is going to play for the Celtics. Do you think that they get off the ATS wagon here?
My bad. I don't want to put my money on it just because, they haven't been playing good basketball. I feel like, I don't know, for whatever reason, the offense it stinks right now. I know Brooklyn hasn't been the best defensive team, but the offense has been pretty good. And I just think it's too much to ask of Boston to win by double digits in this game. So I don't have a really good cap. I know Boston has a rest advantage 3 days to 1. It's just, I don't trust how the offense looks right now. So lean Brooklyn plus the points.
You goddamn right. We lean in Brooklyn plus the points. I'm on them. Goddamn, Nets. I'll be honest. I took them last night plus 8.5. I don't care, man. It's up to 9.5, but we go official with the current numbers, right? So there are 9.5s out there, but like I say, man, I'll take the plus 9 with the Nets in this one. They starting to figure things out. Skee 4-2 straight up, 5-1 against the spread last 6 games. They've lost 9 straight games versus the Celtics, guys. The Celtics own the Nets. I'll be honest, guys. It happens, but at some point things will start to flip. Now, obviously, they are 1-8 straight up as well. Now, so look at this. Celtics, Ski, in this particular spot. So they've lost 9 straight. The Nets have lost 9 straight versus the Celtics, 1-8 against the spread. But you look at this spot, Ski, the Celtics do not do well when they're coming off 2 or 3 days off of rest, bro. 0-9 against the spread this year, this season in this particular situation. 1-8 straight up as well. So they've not only not been covering in this spots, they've been losing outright as well with 2 or more days rest. They're 0-6 against the spread last 6 games. They've been doing it for Vegas. You see what I'm saying? They doing it for Vegas once again tonight. Give me the Nets in this motherfucker. Plus the 8.5, plus the 9.5, man. That's what I like, man. Like I said, I'll use the one from last night, man. Give me the Nets in this one. Plus the 8.5, plus the 9. Kyrie going back to the Boston. I think they can definitely keep this game within 3 or 4 points. Wouldn't be surprised if Celtics win. They should win. But the Nets finally going to start to play better versus the Celtics. Give me the Nets here. Plus the 8.5, my God. Let's fucking go. Plus the 9. There's 9s and 9.5s out there. Let's head up here to the streets of San Antonio here, Ski. We got the Spurs getting 7.5 points at the house versus the Kings. Kings can ball out, right? They can play offense and defense. Sitting at the 3rd seed right now in the Western Conference. Ski, do you think the Kings are the 3rd best team in the West? And do you like them tonight?
Absolutely don't think the Kings are the 3rd best team in the West, but they definitely made an improvement from previous years. It looks like they're going to finish with the winning record, far above 500. So I like the direction they're trending, but I'm not going to go that far, say the 3rd best team in the West. We'll see how they end, though, for the year. Versus Spurs, I always say Kings laying points. Hell no, I'm not looking towards them. But
facts.
Like I said, they looking like a different team right now. And anytime you play in the Spurs, I'm not gonna think you laying anything too much because the Spurs are just that terrible. Spurs, 0-6 the last 2 weeks, only cover 1 game, losing by about 17 points per game. So I would only look towards the Kings here. Top 10 3-point shooting team versus the worst 3-point defense in the league. That's how you can, beat a team by margin right there. And also just lately, last 5 games, Spurs are the 2nd worst defense. So I would take the Kings minus the 6.5 if I'm playing here. I would also probably look at De'Aaron Fox.
6.5. Is that 7.5?
7.5. Versus Spurs, it's the same difference. You're gonna win by double digits.
The Kings finna lose this fucking game, bro. They finna lose this fucking game. I like the Spurs in the first half, though. I'll be honest with you, man. So, Skee,
you're getting a nice number then if you like the Spurs. I'll tell you that.
These tanking teams won't lose forever. So, and you look at the Spurs, they've been somewhere teetering on a win. I know versus the Wizards, they got smoked, but that was basically 3-point. They got outscored by a 3-point. Before that, they kept it close versus the Suns as well. I like Spurs in the first half here, guys, plus the 4.5. And it's something you want to do when you stand away from these taking teams as well. Obviously, they could give it up in the 4th quarter, but the Spurs don't shoot a ton of threes, right? So the Kings can really outscore them if they get hot from 3, but this is a possible look-ahead spot, man. Who do the Kings have on deck? They have the Pacers on deck, Skee. We know that, and Halliburton is probably playing for the Pacers as well on Thursday. So you know that that's a big game for Fox and Sabonis. Regards to that, 3rd straight road game for the Kings. Have the Kings been in the 3rd game of a road trip this far this season? 0-3 against the spread in the 3rd game of a road trip. Like I say, possible look ahead spot in the Spurs. They've lost 6 straight games, but when you're tanking, guys, at some point, especially when you're playing at the house as well, every once in a while, you do want to show up for your fans, guys. So you guys don't have to I love saying this shit, man, because I'm letting you know what I'm betting. If you don't like the shit, don't take it. It's actually pretty simple, man. I like it. It's 1%. You're not putting a gun to people's head and making them take this shit. I love it, man, because I'm sitting here telling you what I like, man. Give me the Spurs in the first half plus the 4.5. And I'll be honest, man. First off, I think they're gonna be up at the end of the first half, and I actually think they win this game, man. So if you like the Kings, take the fucking Kings, man. I hope you cash, man. But I'll be honest, full game, I still lean Spurs plus the 7.5. I think they win this game. Give them to me in the first half plus the 4.5. I like this Kings team, but I don't like laying points with them on the road. Huge look ahead spot and possible letdown coming off the Wolves game as well, Skee. You don't think there's any chance Kings might be looking ahead to the Pacers? But like this, you're not getting up to go play the fucking Spurs, bro. It's not happening.
I don't know. I agree with your point that it could be a look ahead versus Indiana the next game. I definitely know they'll want to get that game. So that's the only thing I think the Spurs have going for them. Honestly, the Spurs, I'm not into catching the falling knife. Like if you've lost 6, 7 games in a row, I'm not betting on you until I've seen you make some improvement.
I dig
So
that.
that's my only thing.
I dig it. I have seen improvement from the Spurs. Third straight home game as well. And what do they like to get most of their points? In the paint, running it like the dribble handoff action. Guys like Jakob Poeltl, Keldon Johnson, getting to the paint. What are the Kings terrible at defending? They're terrible at defending the paint, guys. So let's see what happens in this one. Me personally, I won't be a bit surprised to see the Spurs win this game outright in this one. Set up here to the streets of Minnesota here, where the Kings just came from. Oh, yeah, Kings coming off an overtime win as well in the playoff style type of game as well versus this same Wolves team, Skee. I'm just saying, man. But Warriors up to 3.5 here. It was 2.5 last night. Warriors are balling. I remember the Timberwolves were playing real good earlier this year. Warriors came in there and absolutely smoked them. They were up 20 at the end of the first quarter. How you looking at this game, Skee?
Well, first I want to talk this out with you because this is what I want to figure out. Do you think the Warriors are going to continue to play small ball, or do you think they'll go back to like trying to start somebody else like Looney versus Gobert tonight?
What'd you say? One more. What'd you say,
Do you
Skee?
think they're
I'm
going to
sorry, I'm
continue
reading
to
the
play?
chat.
You think they're going to continue to play small ball, or you think they're going to go back to starting Looney for Golden State versus Gobert?
I don't really care, to be honest. Just be perfectly honest with you, Skee. I don't care. I'll tell you what I think. I hope the Warriors win tonight. I hope this game goes to overtime, to double overtime. I'm looking at something for tomorrow, man. So I don't really care what happens in this game. I'm rooting for the Warriors, but I'm not betting it.
Well, I'll tell you, if they continue to small ball, whether Rudy plays or not, I probably look for this game to go over. So far, the Warriors on the road this year are 19-5 to the over, and it's really mostly because of the defense has been lacking and just the pace that they play at. In the last 5 games, both top 10 in pace. So I like that. And both teams on the season, bottom 10 3-point defenses. And that's a recipe for disaster versus the Warriors. We'll see if everybody plays today because, like you said, they do have a game again tomorrow. But I would probably look towards the over if they do continue with that small ball. I'd also probably look towards Draymond on his rebounds and assists. I know Gobert is a great rebounder, but his numbers have been really soft since he's been like they haven't adjusted to him starting yet. You know what I'm saying? So I would look towards that, and I wouldn't count out the Warriors on the road. I keep hearing about the Warriors' record on the road, and a lot of that they were playing earlier in the season was, Kerr was just messing around with the lineups. It wasn't these guys that are playing right now. So if you look at them lately, I think they're what
4-0.
4-0. There you go on the road lately. So I would be playing the Warriors. I would be playing the over. I would be playing Draymond Green props.
No, that's facts. Yeah, I just cashed with the Warriors versus the Thunder, but it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't easy. They were up 20 points in that game before you know it's a tie game. So I still worry about the Warriors on the road. For whatever reason, they just started pissing the game away. It's almost like they had to win 2 games. I'm still worried about them on the road, me personally. I do think that they have some matchup advantages against the Wolves as well. First off, shout out to my guy Ruben Rodriguez in the chat, man. He says he's a Purdue alum, which means he followed the team close. He thinks that the Purdue is like in a little look ahead spot. I do know my sharp guys are on Penn State tonight. They could struggle down low with Edie, but it is a bunch of points. Get the 9.5. But back to this game here. I lean Warriors. When they came out and smoked the Wolves earlier this year, they might just be a bad matchup for the Wolves, right? The Wolves are playing a lot better, and they have figured some things out. I think this is going to be a great game. I'm rooting for the Warriors to win. I'm rooting for this game to go into triple overtime. I hope they rest Steph, Clay, and Wiggins and Draymond tomorrow, man. Looking at the Nuggets already tomorrow, man. Y'all know I forecast some shit, man. So Warriors probably come in here and play this game like a playoff game. They need every win right now. 4-0 ATS, last 4 on the road. I hope they get it done. I'm not betting on them, though, guys. Let's head over here to the game. The game of the day here, Skee. The freaking Thunder versus the Rockets here, man. What are we doing? What are we doing, man? In old days, I wouldn't even talk about this damn game, man. But we got the Rockets getting 5.5 points at the house versus Thunder. Thunder 5.5. Simple. Skee, what are we doing? Simple.
Well, yeah, it is simple. You can just look at it like this. Forget the point spread. Just pick the winner. When the Rockets lose, they're getting blown out. They've covered only 6 of their 38 losses, losing by an average of 12.3 points per game. And they've won 3 games, bro, the last 6.5 weeks. All of them losses, was by 5 or more. So I just don't even think the point spread is relevant. And I look at it more as a satisfied Rockets team off of a win. And they don't even really want to win games right now. They trying their hardest to lose games, in my opinion. They tanking for Wembanyama. And
Mhm.
OKC, every game that they've won as a favorite, they've covered. So who's gonna win this game? You ask me. I'm damn sure not picking Houston. I don't care how much rest they got. Give me the Thunder. You have no KPJ. You have no Jalen Green. Who's sticking shy tonight?
We don't even mention the injuries. The injuries don't even matter, Ski. They could
But who's
have their
sticking
guys.
shy?
Nobody. They could have Green and Porter. They still ain't scoring guard say, bro. The
Hey,
Thunder finna go off in this motherfucker. They finna win this game probably maybe by 20 points, bro. And all honestly, like, y'all see the fucking background? We going to Smack City, bro. We're going to Smack City, guys. I'm in love with the Thunder
Sengun
this way.
can't do it by himself.
Yeah, maybe look at some goon props, but I don't care, man. This is a triple revenge spot. The Thunder have actually lost 4 out of the last 5 or 3 out of the last 4 games to the Rockets, guys. So just looking on that alone, Thunder going to, all right, come on. We're not tanking in this one. So we're actually trying to make the playoffs this time around. Let's go out here and smoke these guys. Revenge spot as well from November 26th here, Ski, where they lost 118-105. It was a back-to-back spot coming off a game from Chicago. It was a horrible spot for the Thunder in that one. They hadn't lost back-to-back games since December 31st, the Thunder haven't. See what I'm saying? So in 2023, they hadn't lost back-to-back games, and they're not finna do it today. You dig me? 5-0 against the spread last 5 after a loss. 5-0 against the spread last 5 games after allowing 125 or more points in that one. You see the fight from OKC? They got down by 20 to the Thunder quick in that one. No, we're not letting go of this shit. We're coming all the way back to tie the game. Like what I'm seeing from the Thunder, this is the best point spread team in the NBA, guys. Rockets, they're not the best point spread team in the NBA. 1-5-1 against the spread last 7 games, following a straight up win. The Rockets are off a win. They did not back up success with success. They don't even want to win backup games, guys. Also, 1-5 ATS last 6 home games. Let's fucking go to Smack City. Give me Thunder -5.5. Some people last night, I'm doing a show like, doesn't the line seem short? No, it doesn't seem short. They've been favored by like 1.5, 2.5, things like that from the Rockets. This line is all over the Thunder. If you're scared, you don't have to take it. Give me the Thunder in this one, -5.5. We going to official like a referee blowing the motherfucking whistle in this one, guys. Thunder -5.5. Top play of the day. You dig what I'm saying? All right, next game up, Ski. Let's go over here to the streets of Utah. I don't have much on these last couple games, so this one's all on you, man. Jazz land 3 at the house versus the Toronto Raptors. I'm sorry, I did not. I have no interest in this game. What are we doing?
Hey, I don't really care too much about it either. But I look at it. This game was last on my radar when I was handicapping today. 3 point. I didn't even really look at it, but it's 3 days of rest for the Jazz, 1 day rest for the Raptors. Um, Looking at the last 2 weeks, both teams kind of even with how they've been playing. I know Toronto's been terrible on the road so far this year. They are 8-17, and the Jazz been the opposite, and it's straight up. Jazz are the opposite, 17-9. So the point spread range that we're looking at today is pretty much asking the team to win. Home favorites with the rest advantage. I know going back as far as the database, which is back to the 90s, they win 72.5% of the time. I would be looking at the Jazz minus the short price in this one with the rest advantage. What you think?
Man, that rest advance shit. As you and I know, this shit has
Mm-hmm.
not been cashing this year, man.
But it's not you just got to win. It's not a
Right.
point
No, that's
spread.
facts. That's facts right there. Yeah, I'm worried about Toronto. I'm worried about both teams. Both teams may be sellers at the deadline, guys. I don't think the Jazz will keep this up forever. That's just me personally. I don't think they'll keep this up forever. Now, they have been doing it. I mean, what am I doing? I don't give a damn about this game, man. But would I be surprised if the Raptors got it done? No. Would I be surprised if the Jazz continue to play well at the house? No, I wouldn't be whatsoever. Who has the better defense in this game? The Raptors, by far. Who has the better offense in this game? The Jazz, by far. It's two conflicting styles. I have no, and the point spread is basically saying it's a pick them as well. They're basically giving 3 points to the Jazz because they're at the house in this game. So they're kind of telling you there's 2 evenly graded teams. 5th straight road game of the Jazz for a 7-game road trip. They're shopping OG heavy, which he's hurt. got stuff going on with Van Fleet over there. Maybe look at some Scotty Barnes props and know. And I feel like he's their brightest star. They are keeping Siakam as well. They do have some matchup advantages, but I feel like Scotty Barnes has the matchup advantages. And this one kind of running at the point guard, point forward type of role. You see what I'm saying? So Markin and Olenek, guys like that, not going to come out on him, but the guards are too small to fuck with Scotty Barnes. So looking at some Barnes props, but it's so hard to figure out the Raps right now, guys. So I'm staying off their games. Last game up, Skee. We're going to the streets of Phoenix here. 1.5 points here with the Sun. I got people DM me all type of stuff saying Suns 1-4. They're 4-1 last 5. The Hawks 1-4. Why is the spread so low here, Skee? I need you to kind of talk me off the Hawks. I lean Hawks here. This is one of my new kind of spots that I figured out. Fading the team before they go out on the long road trip at the house. The Suns are in that position tonight. What do you think? Can the Hawks bounce back here?
I don't believe in betting on the Hawks on the road. And you know this already. This goes back years. It's not even just this season. And the Suns, they kind of getting a little bit healthier right now. And I think that's the reason why you're starting to see them have some success. Still no Devin Booker, but 6-1 straight up the last 2 weeks, 6-1 against the spread. They're at home where all season long they've been solid, 19-8. So with the short point spread like this, I don't see why you would go away from it. Is fishy. But I don't see the reason why you would go away from the Hawks. Unless you got a reason, I would take the home team playing a better defense, playing a better basketball right now, which is the Suns. There's probably
a reason. Okay. I have a reason. Skee, that's what I'm saying. But this has been a phase spot for teams this year. It is work better when you're on a long homestand and it's the last game of a homestand. But they have a 5-game East Coast road trip coming up for the Suns in this one, guys. Right. So right after this game, they'll be flying out. So next game up is up for Boston as well. So this is what I always say: kiss the babies, kiss the wives goodbye. Because right after this game, like you already have your bags packed, you're hopping on the plane right after this and flying out, right? So you're going cross country. You have Boston on deck. You see what I'm saying? You got some big games on that road trip as well. Boston, Brooklyn, and you play a game at Atlanta as well. So 5-game road trip up on deck for the Suns. That's just the way I look at it. You got your bags packed. Hey, once you kiss the wives and babies goodbye, you're away from the house for a while, and they know that. So this almost is like another road game. So I mean, don't get it twisted, Skee. Recent performance says Suns should be easy here, but super fishy spread. And I think the Hawks they've been a fade when they go from home to road. But when it's road, they hadn't been so bad. You see what I'm saying? So the last game versus the Blazers, they were supposed to lose that one without Trae Young. He's playing tonight. The Suns have the much better defense, another conflicting styles. The Hawks, they don't have any defense, but they have the much better offense. They can definitely score with the Suns in this one. So really tough game. Hawks are going to try to outscore them. Suns are going to try to slow it down and win the grind it out type of game, man. So I'll be honest, I do lean Hawks here plus the 1.5. I'm probably not taking it, but I do lean the Hawks in this one. That's just the way I look at it, my guys. So, but let's get out of here, man. Let's go ahead and talk about some free picks. Skee, obviously you got picks up over there at Wager Talk, man. We're gonna be doing WNBA. All type of shit, man. Y'all better go holler at Skee. But we'll be doing shows on here as well. Skee, let the people know what you got going over at Wager Talk and what you like for us today, my brother.
Yeah, I'm even, I know you don't do too much baseball, but I can't wait for baseball. I had a winning year last year, and I'm gonna start trying to do a little bit more things on my channel for the baseball this season because I like when we all could talk about baseball together live. Mm-hmm. So you can check that out at Wager Talk. I have a best bet up and available for tonight. It's a 5% play. I had a 5% play last night. It was the Cavs and Heat under. They didn't even touch 200 points. So I have another strong play that I think, we'll cash tonight. And for the free play for the people, we'll go with the revenge game. I'm going to rock with the Sixers minus the 9.5. I think that's good money. And, if Embiid is rolled in, I agree with Jay. It's probably Smack City spot. Might even add the first quarter and first half.
Yeah, now first half, this is what I'm looking at today. This is what my research have brought me. You see what I'm saying? My research has brought me Wizards. They ain't playing their game. Their books are scared. You dig what I'm saying? But Grizzlies first quarter, first half. If Bane is in there, Sixers first quarter, first half. If Embiid is in there, obviously I hadn't taken neither one of those two, but I do believe they are the right sides. And that one, Nets plus the 9. I'm on that shit. I took it last night plus 8.5. I'm gonna wait until the last minute. There are 9.5s out there. BetMGM, they got 9.5 out there, so you can get 9.5 with the Nets. I believe that's good money, guys. I think that shit's cashing. Spurs first half. I know no one likes this play. If you don't like it, you don't have to take it. But Spurs first half plus the 4.5. I'm hopping on that. I might hop on if that shit gets to 8. I might hop on Spurs full game as well. I don't even know why I'm waiting on the number. I think they win that game. I see a look ahead coming from the Kings. That's just the way I look at it. They are 0-3 against the spread on the third game of a road trip. That's what they're in tonight, coming off an overtime game, playoffs type of game as well. If they don't respect the Spurs might come out here and get an early lead on them. That's what I see happening. Spurs first half for me, and then the Thunder -5.5. That's my top play of the day right there. I'm all over. I like the Thunder -5.5, guys. It come down from 6. A little sharp money on the Rockets. Hey, you can be trying to be sharp if you want. Taking the Rockets. I think the Thunder smacked them up by double digits here today, guys. Triple revenge fight. Revenge from early this year as well. They've lost 3 straight from the Rockets. The madness ends here. Thunder win this game by double digits. Let's go to Smack City one time for the one time. Let's go 3-0 one time for the one time. 557 people watching live. Please hit the like button if you really like the show. The link to join the channel as well if you'd like to get in on the night shows. It's only $3.99 a month to join the channel as a member. The link is in the description and it's pinned in the chat as well, guys. I appreciate everybody for the support as well, man. Let's get this cash. We will win, guys. We back tomorrow. Let's fucking go.